Okay, we're live now.
All right.
Yes.
So basically, guys, we're talking about prior to the live stream, we're talking about the how we are looking at this recession. In my opinion, guys, I think we've been in a recession. We haven't left the recession since 2008, and all the government has done is just paper over it, and we live in like a sugar high.
Oh, so we're in a recession. The media tells me otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, the media tells us what we're on and what we should be thinking.
Yeah. No, we were going over also like what our idea of like a channel, like a successful finance channel, not just successful, but one that we could see ourselves as fellow finance YouTubers becoming. And we were talking about Peter Schiff's channel.
Yeah, because like for me, I think I'm a mixture of Peter Schiff, Mike Maloney, and if I had to put it like a technical term, a technical channel. No, I'm not entertainment. And it would be my own niche of actually trading. It's very actually your channel and mine. I would say one of the few channels I've ever seen anyone actually trade. Like when I tell you,
I finally did that. I finally, like 2 weeks ago, I finally did a live trade. I mean, all my trades are real, but actually doing it live, that was another layer.
I just tell you, like when you watch other YouTubers, not saying that they're fraudulent, they're frauds. I think they are, but it's really difficult to prove it. But they always talk about profits, but I've never seen anything. But they do show their Lamborghinis,
or they pump and dump penny stocks.
Oh yeah, that's what's that guy's name?
Jeremy?
Tom Nash.
Oh, Tom Nash. He's on the Facebook group too. Have you seen him? Unless I think it's him.
Let me see. Like here's one of the just. I'll tell you, like this like if you saw my screen, you'll see this everything trading by itself. Like this thing took in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 7 orders to short.
The trading bot.
Trading bot. I mean, I'm used to it now. I prefer trading bots over anything. So no, I don't think I can go back to manual trading outside of dividend stocks. Dividend stocks I do 100% manual. Especially the ones I'm thinking about entering. Actually, if we want to go into that.
Did you see the one dividend stock that pays like 155% payout?
What?
Yeah, I did a video on it. It's called ZIM. ZIM Shipping.
Oh, here.
It's an Israeli company.
Oh, show? I want to see this.
Yeah.
155?
Yeah, ticker symbol ZIM. Or yeah, I'll show it. Yeah.
Is it safe?
It depends. Yes and no. I mean, the dividend has held up, which I'm surprised because obviously 155%. That's like 1.5 times what the thing's trading for.
I mean, either the stock is crashing, or they have a lot of outside cash just sitting.
Well, that's what I always say with dividends. Like if the dividend yield is really high, there's 2 things possibly going on. It's not always a great sign either. Either this, like you said, the stock is crashing. It's a bad market. Suckers? Yeah. Well, and that's what, if you go, and I tell my audience this all the time, if you go to like these dividend yield websites and you filter for the top without doing any thinking, you're going to find the highest ones. And I got sucked into that trap early on in my investing career because I was looking at fracking companies. And the reason the dividends were so high was because the funds were tanking. That's why.
Oh, man.
But no, this one, this is called ZIM Integrated Shipping Services. And I couldn't believe this, but actually one of my subscribers that was watching a live stream told me about this. And I looked it up and I was like, no, this is like, this can't be true. But it's actually paid $27.55 in dividend yield for 157% yield for the year. And it just paid out a huge chunk. It's got an insane EPS and a really low PE ratio. But you can see, like, going back to like a year ago, like, so early this year, it was $84.50 a share. So it's fallen a lot, but you can see low PE.
Can you look for on there? Can you look at the holders or look at what open basically
Interest.
the CEOs are people who have holding positions. They have to disclose if they're shorting it. Are they shorting their own stock?
Yeah, let me see if I can find that here. Or what other website would have that? I've seen that on other stuff.
Okay.
The company profile is just going to tell me like the CEO and the names of the people. You got what?
Let me see. On MarketWatch.com, they've only paid out 5 dividends.
Oh, it does there.
Yeah. Are they? They should be showing how many people are shorting the stock. Because if they're paying such a high dividend, if I was an insider trader, why not just short your own stock? Like, this should be
right. Let me show you here because this has this information too. It's moving a little slow on me. I don't know. This computer, this MacBook is crazy sometimes.
No splits.
Maybe it has a cold too. Yeah. So see the dividend history.
Mm-hmm.
So it's paid like 6 going back to like last August 24th. The highest one it paid was like $17. That's why it jacked the dividend yield so high. And then it paid November. It just paid like $3 a share. I found out the what?
We need the ex-dividend date, like to get that $2.95. When did you have to?
That was just November 28th was the last.
So November 28th. What was the price?
That's when
27.
It just paid it. So that would have been. It was 1940.
You would probably you're just basically break even right now then.
Right, but the way I look at it, if you're in the stock for the last year or so, like you've basically made more in dividends than what the stock is trading for.
Let me see.
$27 in payouts.
Yeah, but it would depend on where you at, because if they only paid 6 dividends and you got in at the 70s,
dropped. Yeah. Oh yeah. You would still be way down.
Yeah,
right.
I would say if I was watching the stock and I see that they're declaring high dividends, all it would tell me is just short this stock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a dividend scam since they're actually paying it, but I think I think they're doing it just to help drive attention, just to get buyers.
Oh yeah, and then another subscriber commented on the channel. He said that basically the Israeli tax on it, they tax like 25% of it. So the dividend that you get is actually taxed up front like 25%.
Wow.
Where's that open interest, like where I can see?
Oh, give me a second. Let me go to my my stock trading.
This is a cool picture here.
But this company has wiped out more investors. Bad, but this company has wiped out more investors in 2022.
Stupid. This thing wants me to subscribe.
Dow. God damn it. I have to go to give me a second. I gotta open up what is it called? Chrome.
Chrome, yeah, that's what I'm using.
Chrome is such an energy hog. Oh my god.
It is, yeah.
Like just going through it just eats and eats and eats and doesn't calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me just open it up. YouTube. It has like all my hot links there too, so it makes it a whole lot easier. Anyways, let's open up dividends.com.
Right.
Break this down. Because the dividends I'm looking at getting into are like 10 to 12%. But they're going to be very risky.
Some of the covered call ETFs that I talk about pay like 12 to 15%.
Oh, like ETNs?
ETFs, yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, there's one ETN that I was in for a very long time, for a few years, and I would trade it and get the dividend at the exact same time. Right? if you didn't stagger your entry, like if you dollar cost average, you would got massacred. But if you picked your entries and exits very, very carefully, you would have done very well. It's SVO. SLVO. Yeah, SLVO.
And then there's an SVO. I just did a video on that too.
It's a covered. That was it. A covered call ETN on silver. Oh, very good. Very, very. Oh, man, it paid so good.
I'm going to change the title a bit since we're talking about dividends. It'll get more views. That's at least for my channel. That's how it works.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hopefully, get more people to watch this. All right, so ZIM. ZIM.
Yeah, and then there's actually there's several other covered call ETFs. I talk about them a lot.
Ooh, holy fish sticks! Look at this. Ratings.
Here, take the screen share.
All right. Present slideshow.
I'm glad we're talking about this. This is what my audience actually watches. It's funny.
Here we go, guys.
Dividends, the core of the audience shows up. Anything else, maybe 10% of them show up.
Yeah, just so
dividend.
Guys. So this, there it is. Initial special. So if you guys looking at dividends, there's something that I always look for. Is there any special dividends? This right here, this $2 one, like if I saw this company earlier, like thinking in hindsight, I was like, okay, this company just paid out $2 in dividends. It's their first time giving a dividend payout. Why? Why now? Because if you look at the history of this thing right here, this might exit that out. If you look at the history of this, let's go to here, ZIM. If you guys check the charts, something is wrong. Companies don't just give out dividends, just because. Like they need attention. Something is wrong. So for me, my way of thinking,
unless they're one of the like a Verizon or like an AT&T, like one of those, and that's pretty much all they do. The stock moves nowhere; it just pays dividends.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
like
this is becoming like so many tech stocks during COVID or during the pandemic. Like they had that huge run up and then they've all like crashed since then.
Okay, so Yahoo Finance let's check the back data of the biggest institutions who bought this run up.
Yes,
why?
For sure.
Here, Yahoo Finance always has the best stuff on here.
Another
what I like to do is
article on the front page.
I just love it. Like any. If the media is saying to do something, you typically want to do the opposite of it. So if they're saying hate Trump, possibly he would be better. I mean,
it's just comical at this point. It's like every day. It's like, oh, there's another article.
Well, I just have it like once you have the media hide information, like the Hunter Biden laptop, stuff like that, and the individuals actually believe this stuff. It just blows my mind. Like, how does anyone believe anything the media says?
It's funny. I caught a clip of SNL, this most recent SNL, and they have a new Trump impersonator, and the guy's he's got him down. Like he did it really good, but they had the audacity to like attack one of his sons for being on drugs, and I'm like, really? No mention of Hunter Biden, but you're gonna go there?
I mean,
no class at all.
Well, because later on the live stream, I want to talk about that the Ukraine funding. Because
we will.
It just blows my mind how much money has been. If you just attach Ukraine spending and all our politicians' net worth,
it's like a perfectly parallel chart.
How to get rich, like how to get rich in government.
No, I almost like if you go back in my channel, like the beginning of this year, I was actually. Kind of stupidly, I was kind of chanting the chorus of we need to help Ukraine and this and that. Oh, the Russians, they went in there and like I did a couple of videos on it actually. And at first that's how I felt at first. I'm like, oh man, they just invaded the country. Like they got to fight for their independence and stuff. But
Mm,
I'm to the point now. I'm over the whole thing. And I
mm.
don't say that lightly. I mean, I have Ukrainian friends and stuff, but like, I don't know if they'll watch this, but like,
What is it?
I
They
would
talked
just,
about the.
and we'll get into this later, but I'm
Mm,
just, I don't know. I'm over Zelensky. I'm over like $40 billion a month that we're sending them. I'm over it. Like, we
40.
can't even like protect our own borders here, but yet we're sending all this money there. And then where is it coming from? Like you always talk about, like,
Mm.
where are we printing all this money? That's all we're doing is just printing
Well,
money.
before we switch to that topic, this one
Hmm.
thing: the intention of the border is to not
Hmm.
protect it. You,
Oh,
you,
clearly, yeah.
there's no point. I mean, if I was a corrupt politician looking to get easy votes, because
Hmm.
voting requirements have been by ballots, and
But the
even
thing is, yeah, right.
what's that guy's name? The Russian president, Russian prime minister, or
Well, there's Putin, and then there's
Putin. Yeah,
yeah.
Putin. What I like when he says this one thing, he says that if you want to rig elections, vote by mail.
Hmm. Hey, but that's a Russian source. We can't give that any credence.
Actually, almost nearly every president. Oh my God! There's a video of this. Talking about how every president says, if you want to have your voting manipulated, vote by mail.
I don't doubt it.
It's just.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, let's just like dive right into the controversy.
3%.
Why do they need to surge the border if they're just gonna cheat anyway? Oops, did I say
Well, I
that?
mean, the reason I would say the primary factor that people come to the United States
Hmm.
is that they're incentivized. They're incentivized financially. They
Hmm.
have the security. What else? Financially, they have security. They have food. Like there is almost no downside for them.
Hmm.
What are they going to do? Get sent back to their country and just go back again? There's there and the
Right.
and there's no. I mean, the other downside for them would be like, if I get caught, I claim asylum, which doesn't make any sense. You should not be claiming through asylum through the middle of Texas. You should go through a port of entry.
Hmm.
But the main outside of that, like those individuals know that their court hearings are not have to show up for it.
You're right. Yeah, it's such a bogus
And
system.
during since President Obama's reign,
Hmm.
uh, since President Obama's term, he's the one who the Obama phones. He's the
Yeah,
one who
I
sent out
remember
the
that.
Obama phones to immigrants and
Hmm.
people of uh, uh, of lower economic status, if I
Hmm.
would put it like that. And this is a stretch. I mean, what's up? Huh? What? Hey, can I call you back in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, you just want to pause it?
Yeah. Here,
Okay.
let me stop my cam
Okay.
and I'll
Actually,
mute.
I'll talk to the audience, and then yeah, you just come back. Okay, so we were talking about ZIM stock. We were trying to find insider, like the inside, like percent of shares held by. Oh, and actually, part of that info is up there. 33% of shares held by all insiders. Let me just do this. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to take the screen share over myself. Um, Jumping around from topic to topic here. Okay, so let me share my screen, and then let me pull up Yahoo Finance again. And apologies if I sound a little under the weather. I caught a cold this week. Hopefully, that's all it is. Okay, so back to ZIM stock. Yeah, this one, like we were saying, this is not. I mean, it looks good on paper as far as like the dividend payout, but it's more than likely not sustainable. But anyway, Yahoo Finance does have this information. I think it's on. Well, this is the financials, the income statement and balance sheet. Um, Holders. Let's see under holders here. Um, oh, here we go. Actually, it's the same thing he had up. 33% of shares held by all insiders, 38.73% of shares held by institutions, 57.84% of float held by institutions. Okay, so that looks fairly standard. I did a project in college the first time around, talking about like the percentage of stocks held by institutions. Most of them, over half of the shares, are held by institutions. It's very common. Um, let's look at this insider roster. Let's see. It doesn't show anything. Insider transactions. This might require like a Yahoo pre. Oh no, this something came up here, but I thought it might require like a Yahoo premium service. Total insider shares held 39.66 million. Insider roster. Let's see. It came up blank the first time. Yeah, for some reason I thought the second time might be different. But you know what they say, trying the same thing twice is the definition of what? Oh, and here, excuse me. Here are the top institutional holders. Looks like it's mostly investment companies or investment banks. Like I see BlackRock, I see Renaissance Technologies, Arrow Street Capital, uh, top mutual fund holders, iShares Vanguard. So that's interesting. A lot of different mutual funds and index funds hold shares of this company. iShares, MSCI, Goldman Sachs, Invesco. That's interesting. I'll have to get Andre's take on this when he comes back because we've actually got big institutional shareholders here. So I wonder if that bodes well for the actual price of the fund. Anyway, let's see here. Market was up today. I don't know if it's officially a Santa Claus rally or not, because we've been crashing quite a bit. But we were up. Well, by now we've got all the futures data, but we were up. Um, we're up like at some point we were up over 500 points today. Since it's already refreshed, I'll just look on my phone here. Yeah, 526 we closed up in the Dow, up 162 in the Nasdaq, up 57 in the S&P 500. Russell 2000 was up almost 29. Russell 2000 is trading at 1776. Cool number. But see, the futures show differently, of course. Wait a second. Why is my phone? That's strange. The futures are showing because even at a $5 difference, or 5 point difference, that would still be 17. Let me see. Hmm. Seems like we have a data discrepancy. Interesting. Um, okay. So we were going to talk about, so we talked about ZIM. I'm actually going to go into some more, since we started talking about dividends, I'm going to go into some other covered call ETFs. Tesla is getting hemorrhaged, or they're really hemorrhaging value. I saw that Elon Musk is actually going to go back to, well, not go back, but he's talking about actually stepping down as CEO because he did a poll and a Twitter poll saying, should I stay on as CEO or not? And overwhelmingly, it was that he should not. So looks like what he's going to do, he's going to take like more of a back seat, which I think he'll still be running things, but he's going to become he's gonna hire someone else to be CEO, which is probably a smart thing to do on his part. I doubt he's going to give up, total control. Let's look at Twitter stock since we're talking about that. What is the Twitter tokenized stock? You know what? So I got forced out of my Twitter shares a couple months ago when Elon took over officially, and I never quite understood what happened. I got the cash value for them, I believe, at 54.20. But what the heck is this? This TWTR USD, and it's showing FTX, which we want to stay way away from. Um, let's see here. Um, this I'm not even sure what this is. This looks like what the stock was trading at, but it only goes back 2 years. The stock in the history, the stock had almost 10 years of history, or at least 9 years. I believe the stock had actually gone public like in December 2013, so that would have been 9 years ago. Let me see here. Uh, what happened to Twitter stock? 'Cause I've never actually looked into this. Twitter will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, and its shares will no longer trade on public markets as of November 8th. So that's what happened. Formally notified the SEC had been acquired by Elon Musk via subsidiary X Holdings, said the stock was now suspended from trading. So then, Twitter shareholders. I've never actually looked into this since it happened. Let's see. Twitter got a record of all remaining shareholders who will be paid out of their shares at a rate of 54.20 per share. This was a rate agreed upon by a 98% margin at a shareholder meeting. Oh, so the majority of the shareholders decided for everyone else. So, see, for me, unfortunately, my boy Elon forced me out at like a $20 loss. So I wasn't too happy about that, but you know, better to get that than what it was trading at, I guess. 54.20, he added in that $4.20. So he's got jokes, 420. Haha. By the way, I'll never do another pot video because those don't monetize. I learned that the hard way. So no more 420 jokes. I did one of those, and that will be a one and done because I monetized like probably 2 weeks after doing that, and YouTube told me basically that topic does not do well for monetization. So no more of that. Excuse me.
All right, I'm back.
You're back. All right. We were just talking about Twitter stock delisting.
Oh yeah, because it went private, right?
Yeah. Well, I got forced out of my shares. I was kind of mad because I bought at the IPO in 2013, and
Wow.
I got forced out at like a $20 loss. I mean, I'm glad that it sold for what it did. I mean, who knows? It could have been worth zero. But I was talking about how Elon, he's got jokes. He when he did the tender price, it was like $50, but he added in 420 to the price. And I was just saying, like, I'll never make any videos about like cannabis dispensaries, pot stocks, none of that, because that one didn't monetize. I didn't know that topic was like anti-monetization.
Oh man, join the anti-monetization crew.
Well, that's my only video that said like, oh, this basically is not suitable for a monetized audience.
I mean,
and I was like, that's strange. Of all topics, really?
all the Andrew Tate videos I made, the
Mhm.
COVID-19 videos during the COVID scamdemic, got deleted. Planned, yeah. I mean,
I hope I
I'm
didn't.
so,
Yeah. No, I was
so
saying I hope
used
I
to
didn't
it.
catch. I hope I didn't catch the pandemic. I don't think that's what it is.
I just, God, I mean, I just feel like, I mean, the numbers, I mean, any person who can just, I would say, when it comes to COVID, if you are a person who can read, you will understand what the intentions were from the very beginning.
You should,
and
yeah.
one quarter before COVID went out. Just look 1 quarter before COVID came out, and look at politicians' holdings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, yeah. There was so much insider trading that went on.
Oh my god! And another thing, and this is something you guys can verify if you guys for people who are watching. Look at Dr. Fauci and his testimony about him getting certain types of not dividends, they're called royalties from the Wuhan lab prior to COVID coming out.
Interesting.
Now,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Highest paid government official for a reason.
Right. I haven't gotten into all of that yet about the Wuhan lab and all of that. I wonder Wonder how much of that we can get into without.
It's,
I don't know. How's the Rumble channel doing, by the way?
Rumble, actually I can log in right now.
Might be time to activate some backup plans.
I mean, Rumble, I have 211 followers on there. Woohoo!
Nice. That's like 209 more than I have.
I mean, my Rumble, I got 2 views. So for the one thing that I do like about YouTube is a very, how to say, overall liberal way of thinking. If I go to Rumble, I think Rumble is all right-wing thinking, just to make it like an easy generalization.
Of course, yeah, because when all the censorship started, a lot of those sites like Rumble, Getter, Truth Social, like all the conservatives kind of went to those sites.
And I mean, I see that if you look at YouTube, if you look at the internet rankings of Rumble, go back a few years, it has massively jumped more than the other ones. They all have done good, sure. But Rumble, I think as Rumble gets better, it will become like YouTube, not the censorship part, but the appearance of it, how aesthetics of it.
It's publicly traded too. I think the ticker symbol is RUM, like rum. RUM. Yeah. Oh, real quick before we move on. So this, in case you were interested, the video I was talking about, of all the videos I've uploaded, I'm almost at 200 uploads. But on 420, I did a video about like cannabis stocks, and you see the monetization. It said limited suitability, and I was like, really? Of all topics, like that one can't monetize?
I mean, I don't see marijuana as a drug. But.
Right, but it was this one. Yeah, see this one.
I wonder what. Yeah. I wonder, did the individual find it or did the algorithm find it?
I would think it had to be the algorithm. I don't know, unless someone turned it in. But anyway, that's that.
Interesting. What was it? ZIM. All right, let me see. Go back to ZIM.
Oh, I did pull up while you stepped away. I pulled up the insider info on it. It was on Yahoo.
I need to go Yahoo ZIM holders 2021. Let me see. It's another thing. This type of disclosure, like when you start seeing like BlackRock. I mean, BlackRock has ownership in almost everything.
I was just talking about that. Yeah, take over the screen share. Share your screen. Okay. Because I was wondering, and I was going to ask you about that. Because I was wondering, does that bode well when you see all of that institutional ownership?
Well, so for example, something actually I've done something haven't been personally. Remember when Warren Buffett's firm, I forgot the name, Berkshire Hathaway, they bought into GLD. So that's I'm in precious metals anyways. So when big institutions, big companies jump into a stock, that's where I jump in immediately, especially if it's on my personal radar. So this one wasn't on my radar, obviously, but if I heard that BlackRock was going to be buying 3.3 million shares and I'm 1/4 behind them, it's one of the main. I was like, why not buy it? They're not wrong. I mean, when's the last time you heard Warren Buffett being wrong, except outside that airline he got into?
Oh yeah, that definitely. If Warren Buffett does it, definitely follow what Mr. Buffett does.
Yeah, I haven't made a video about when I heard that I was like, why am I not buying right now? And that's exactly what I did.
I would do everything that man does.
And hey, what I do like about him when he talks about getting 20% a year or 30% a year or whatever amount, I like it better than when I hear like people on YouTube. I got 7,000% in a year. I turned $100 into 200,000 in a year. I'm like, really? And you've done that consistently? Really?
If you do that, if you're lucky enough to do that one time, I recommend one and done. Just quit after that. It's definitely not a viable strategy. It's guaranteed the strategy will not repeat over and over.
I would say, especially when it comes to, here it is. Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago when Warren Buffett bought into gold and not actual gold. He bought into the company gold. He doesn't like gold per se.
Well, we were just talking in the last live stream. We were talking about how those index funds actually don't even hold any actual gold or silver, right?
Yeah. They hold maybe very, very minimal, but the majority is this paper gold, paper silver, all funny money. And gosh, it actually kind of it's kind of interesting when you go to the funny money thing. Where's that George Gammon thing? George Gammon came out with a video a few days ago, and it really talks about the M2 money supply. Give me a second. Here we go. There's. You should be worried about deflation. And these last two videos, if you guys have time, check these videos out. I guarantee it will help your understanding more about macroeconomics. Oh, let me turn my shit off. But he was talking about like how basically with all this funny money with the Fed, how they can be injecting it into companies. If I had more time to break down ZIM, I would like to see if any of the funny money got into ZIM. Because was this during the whole COVID thing?
There's many stocks that have this same chart pattern. They ran up and then crashed. Most of them, by the start of this year, most of them crashed. Yeah, I would imagine that's early 2021. That's probably December, and then this is all 2022.
This is another thing I can put down on my to-do list. So like, go through all the list of companies that possibly got some of the Fed money / COVID money to see how their performance did. Maybe this is one of them. And I'm not saying
it's an Israeli company.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know how much COVID money went out internationally?
No, actually, really?
Yeah. Here.
Wow.
Man, where's my channel at?
I've got a lot to learn.
Oh, I mean, I spent like 10, 15, sometimes 20 hours all day. Not even joking. Literally the entire day studying about finance and researching, especially about the stocks that I get into.
Same thing I would do if I could like quit work. That's the same thing I would do.
Especially program all day. That's the one thing that is guaranteed.
One day I'll probably just get the courage to, I don't know, I'll retire for 6 months and see how it goes.
Well, I was just like, what the saving grace for traders is dividend stocks. I have a bunch of monthlies. It will help.
Because it's harder to screw it up, right? Because then if you're getting the monthly payment,
it will. The monthlies save you. The quarterlies, the annuals, I don't like. Most of my annuals are like at 2%. Like,
what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the dividend reinvesting or the DRIP program?
So there is here. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing then.
Because I'll tell you what I used to do. I was doing that, but when we had the last run up, like 2019, 2020, when the market was just like straight up, I pulled out of the DRIP program because a lot of those stocks, what was happening, it was buying shares at all-time highs. So it was buying less. So what I was doing, I was taking that money and then buying other stocks with it. That's what I started doing. Because it wasn't working out so well. Like a good example.
So I did what you did.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay.
Oh, this is something that I wouldn't I would not recommend people do. But if you do it, there's a lot of risk. So what I've done with dividends is obviously reinvest to rebuy the stock at certain positions at certain prices. But what I've done with the extra dividend money is I re-loaned out the money. Loaning out money to me is one of that. Yeah, it has been such a good income.
Is that the like the stock lending program that the brokerage firms have?
Oh no, this is something that I personally done myself. Like if you become your own bank. So here, let me show you this book real quick, guys. My bookshelf.
Yeah,
here
for sure.
So for me, guys, my whole goal is to create my own bank. That's why I trade so much. That's why I buy precious metals. I am not there's no affiliate link on this crap. So just get the PDF and read this crap. This is called Becoming Your Own Banker. If you understand why people like me buy precious metals, I mean, I say like 40% of my portfolio, maybe 50% is all precious metals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally buy every Friday for years now. And I just have it like, if you understand why lending out money and becoming your own bank, there's almost no risk. Every recession, except a few banks, nearly, if you're in banking, you're going to be bailed out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want my own. If I get to that position, own my own bank, because there's no way you can lose. You're going to get bailed out every time. It's just
interesting.
It's such a scam.
Interesting. I thought it was just.
Where's that? Damn it! Not here. I got to find the
big banks that got bailed out.
Become a big bank and you will never lose. I mean, you can't. You can't
I was looking it up on Amazon too.
You can't really beat these guys. Like, they're so. Our government, in my opinion, is just a big syndicate. All of it, and they're going to pick winners and losers, like President Biden's doing now. Clean energy companies, winners for this presidency. So, you're pretty much forced to join them. Because if not, you find yield somewhere else. Enjoy that.
Right.
Where's the hell is that? Check analysis. Oh wow. Guess I got to Google it.
More Chrome browser usage.
SLVO. This is basically, I've been in this ETN for years, and then I got out before this.
SLVO.
I was also shorting it. I did everything to this crypto. I knew that this thing was going to go to zero. Because if, for example, if you guys know something's going to go to zero, short it. It's not hard. If you know something's going to go down, just short it. And I don't know how to do it with options. I know how to do it on stocks and Forex. It's a lot easier for me because I can just click sell.
Oh, you can sell put options and stuff like that, or you can. There's a lot of short strategies. Like you can sell covered calls, buy puts. You can do like a straddle.
Here we go. So here's this thing. This thing pays out monthly. Now, like I said, if you guys were buying this stock, buying this ETN when I was buying it years ago, so last year, I got out before that. But if you were buying this stock, this thing is down to the gutter, right? But it had these amazing pullbacks, like 10%, 15% pullbacks. Like, it was almost guaranteed a pullback near the ex-dividend date. Does that make sense?
Yes, because they know that the stock is gonna drop for the dividend to be paid out.
Correct. And people like me would be like, "This, oh my God, it did it again." You can't make this stuff up.
You know how like when a stock splits, like if it does like 5 for 1 or 10 for 1, or like Google did a 20 for 1 split. There were so many, like more than I ever thought there would be, finance channels that did videos that said, "Oh my God, Google stock lost 95% of its value overnight because of the split." Like it went from what it was trading at before because it split 20 for 1. So 1/20th is 5. So the post split price was like 5% of the prior value.
And
these YouTubers, that's how stupid they were, basically. Even a big channel did that. And I did a spoof video. I was like, "Oh my God, Google lost 95% of its value. What's going on?" Yeah, I had fun with it. Yeah. But there was like too many channels that didn't get that basic concept.
They understand why they split it so people can get in. Like they make it cheaper-ish. But
see, my thing, I love stock splits. A lot of people think that splits do nothing for the price, but if you look at like Apple or even Tesla before the recent crash, when they would split, the stocks would get right back to like the pre-split price. Apple's done that like 4 times.
Here. God damn it. Give me a second. I'm trying to make it look
before you know, before the 2022 bear market, that is.
Okay, here. Okay, I kind of got it into the screen. In a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
it's like in the middle here.
We're on the weekly. I look at the weekly for trends, weekly and monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And on the weekly, if you can measure every time it did a dividend payout, so basically once every 4 bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a massive pullback. So if you guys are traders on viewing this and you're looking at a high yield dividend stock, high yield ETN, high yield ETF, and all their direction is doing is down, most likely the individuals like me are looking at the stock and buying a short-term trade or shorting it in between, because these moves are so big on something. Oh, they did a reverse split, didn't they? Yeah, yes, they did. Like, if you look at the time period from, God dang.
Reverse splits, on the other hand, I hate reverse splits. To me, that's like legal theft.
Yeah.
I've had that happen in 3 stocks, I think. Like, I've been in some garbage stocks. I was in what's the one, Groupon? They did a reverse split. There's been like 3 of them, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, oh, Office Depot did it. It's like legal theft.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Yeah. And you pay a fee.
I think once a company does that, because this company does the exact same thing. I lost shares and was refunded cash differences, and I'm like, I lost money on this. But that dividend was fat though. That was
yeah.
Oh, I see. So when they did the reverse split, all their dividend data is not showing anymore.
Oh, they didn't change it. Yeah.
Yeah, all their dividend session, they paid every single month. Like if you go up to here, go to dividends.com. It shows all the dividend data. Like they pay every single month. They don't miss a month. But if you go to here, they don't show any of the dividend data, especially on here.
That's a channel name, a YouTube channel, Dividend Data. It's actually a good channel. Yeah.
Really?
He doesn't show his face, but the way he analyzes dividend stuff, he kind of reminds me of myself, but he doesn't show his face.
120,000 subscribers?
Yeah. It's all videos that are like fully edited, and yeah, it's all dividend stuff.
Does he ever do anything live to show that they actually know something, or they just...
It's all like scripted, edited. Wait, did he just do another dividend snowball? Oh, look at that. Yeah, because I know his main one, I'm like, it has way more than 6,000 views. He's got like 2 million views on that one.
Wow.
But that topic, because I did a dividend snowball video, and I got like 3,000 views from it.
Maybe I will make a dividend snowball video.
That's what I would say. If you're going to be like partly a dividend channel, I would just basically take notes on the video titles that these other channels do. And oh, he changed his banner. It's more plain. I've been told that I should change my channel banner. They said I've been told it's too busy from experts in the YouTube field, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to change it. Oh, that's a great. He's got "End the Fed" in his banner.
Yeah, he's suing the Fed too.
Nice, and he's still on YouTube.
He does not say COVID. He says survey sickness.
You got to type in THB finance. Otherwise, believe it or not, THB is a currency. It's the Thai baht or the Thai baht. Yeah.
I love Thailand, man. That was such a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Thailand is like very low tax, very very nice country.
Yeah, very. If you're single, I would go there.
Oh yeah, I've always heard that. Yeah, I had a friend actually that wanted to move there.
If you do move there, your standard, you would jump into the middle class to low 1%.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the currency conversion is insane.
Yeah, when I went to Vietnam and Cambodia, even when I was making like 30,000 to 40,000 a year in the military, I would be almost 1%.
Nice.
I couldn't even spend, like, I struggled to spend $10 in a day. I struggled. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God, such a beautiful.
It's the opposite of inflation.
Where's that video?
Oh, the dividend snowball? Go to popular videos, or you can search it. Yeah, that's right. You can search the video. Here's
Right
what
here?
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Whoa. Look at this.
Yeah. And that is a homemade thumbnail. It's got the 3 snowballs, and then I'm riding one, basically. Yeah, I got carried away with it. I think I posted on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
558. That would be getting $558 in dollars be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
When you internationally when you check out international dividends, you get paid in so many different currencies.
Mm-hmm. There's one of my crazy spreadsheets.
I have the exact dude. I have my master money what's it called? Excel spreadsheet. It has like 50 tabs at the bottom. Goes to like literally I pulled data from everywhere.
Nice.
Then you get
the
these,
Social
email.
Blade. I see you have Social Blade, like you have the add-in. Does it have my channel at a B-, or is that just this video?
Actually, let's check you out right now.
I just happened to see that. Oh, I'm wearing the same hat too.
Social.
Lost some weight since that video.
Oh, dude, I think I've lost almost 15 pounds now.
Mm. That's about where I am.
I'm cutting for the last 2. Yeah, I'm cutting since November 18th. I've been cutting.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So let me see. Let's compare channels. I'm not a damn tech channel.
Oh, fuck. See, it's not always right. It's not always accurate.
How am I a tech?
Social Blade's not always accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I try to change this too, but like, this is correct. This is correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty damn good. Like, actually, something I'll show you something funny. Let me bring up your channel. I'll show you something to make you laugh.
Some things understate, like ad revenue understates.
Here, let's bring up your channel real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Copy and paste this. There. While I show you guys your channel, let's.
Yeah, Chrome does this to me too.
Don't get mad.
Chrome does this to me too. Oh, C+.
You're a people rank.
People rank? Like I'm a personality?
That's what it says.
Oh, nice.
That's what it says. I don't know. You're not even country rank.
I think I have been before.
Control was duplicate, compare, contrast. I love doing this. My friend, he's out here with me. He has a photography channel.
Oh yeah.
And
what happened to those other channels that wanted to come on?
They said next week. They said next week we can do it. Her channel, I don't know, Jemiah. She has a cooking channel, and she wants to talk about cooking inflation.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
She doesn't know the politics part, but she wants to talk about just inflation in cooking and for her clients and stuff. I'm like, that's amazing. All right, let's see. 3,000. I'm tech. Ooh, I don't know how I'm a tech channel, but
and it has me in the people niche.
That's weird. Video ranks top 3 million. Oh, I mean, we're very close. Look at that. Subscriber.
What is mine? Rank? Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Dude, think about that. Like, there are millions of channels out there.
Yeah.
We are in the top 15,000. That is a short competition list.
That's awesome.
I just have to, like,
15,000.
Like if you hit 10, me and you hit 2,000 subscribers, we would probably be in the top 12,000. That's such a short competition list. Oh,
right. God. Yeah. So look up a channel that has like, I'm sure like the big channels are like at the top of it. Would you say like, so out of, if we're like in the top 15,000 out of like 2 million, isn't that like being in the top of your class or something? Like top, it's like this top less than 1%. That's cool. That's awesome.
Peter Schiff, top 1,800 in news. It's about 56 in the country of Puerto Rico. Okay, that's pretty good. But I like this. He's in the top 2,000 of subscriber rank, just in general. Wow.
Interesting.
That you got a lot of pull when it comes to that. What's his name? Not George. What's that guy? Meet Kevin.
Oh yeah, he's probably at the top. He posts like 7 times a day.
It's crazy. I would love to get to that.
Oh, subscriber rank.
He's not that far away from Peter Schiff.
Yeah, I see.
If you compare his channel to our number, like he's in the NBA and we're in college, getting close to the NBA,
like Division
Like
1.
we're gonna be once we get like if we hit like 5,000 subs, would be possibly the tryouts or being like what do they call it? The people who train with the NBA.
The Globetrotters.
But yeah, basically. Well, Globetrotters actually, man, they're pretty amazing in general.
I met a Globetrotter. So I was working on, like I said, I have some interesting guests I could get on. My old boss, like when I worked for financial advisors, this guy, he knows so many people. He used to run a basketball camp, and he got 2 of the Globetrotters to participate in his camp. And I was talking to him about coming on. I mean, maybe he will.
Okay, 1 second. That'd be awesome to talk to someone in that field, because I met the Globetrotters when they did they came to us when they did they bring the team to watch. What was it called? They went to us near Seymour Johnson Air Force Base to do a Globetrotters little basketball thing for people. That's the first time I saw them live, and it was super awesome.
Yeah.
I think here. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, so guys, if you guys get Social Blade or TubeBuddy, you get stuff like this, like literal rewards.
Yeah.
This is when I hit my first 100 subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
August 8, 2009. And now I'm at 1,500. Where's my where's that stupid thing? I kept all of them too, just to show it off one day.
I was going to tell you, I bet if we started like just making videos about Meet Kevin, like if we just started bashing him, he would come onto the channels. That's what he does. Like just start bashing him all the time. Like start talking about his DUIs, start talking about his ETF. Like just keep on, because he watches these smaller channels.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why he does it. He cares about his appearance, but I would say there's 2 things about that when it comes to integrity, honor, and also being a man, and just being a man in general.
Oh, look, he lost subs. You see the chart? He lost subs. Yeah.
I don't think it's a good thing for another grown man to talk about another grown man's business.
Yeah.
Like there's for me, I disagree with me, Kevin, on a whole bunch of bases, but I'm not going to go out, create video after video after video talking about him, because it just, 1, is not my personality, and 2, Kevin Samuels?
Yes. Did he die?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I liked his channel. He roasted like these single women and stuff. That was
lot of single women. But when people went after him, I like the way that he went around it. You can talk about me any way you want to, go ahead, but I will not respond. I won't give you that time of day. And I may dislike Meet Kevin. I haven't met him personally, but I look at his actions. His actions, something I would not agree with. You
met him personally?
No, just watch his videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
His videos, his actions say XYZ about him. Look at
I don't know how he has the time, so he posts like 7 times a day, and then he watches other channels. He must not sleep. It's crazy. Like it's a good, I heard him say that he's got like this like the need to work all the time, like it's a disorder. Like that's a great disorder to have, I
mean, if you want to be in the middle class or top 1%, you're gonna have to work. Like for me, I slept like 3 hours today. I've literally been up programming all day on this new formula.
Yeah.
Work ethics like this, even when I'm trading, I'm actually creating videos. I'm posting. But I just thought
What's frustrating though, I feel like in today's era, like, you know, you can work your ass off and like the payout, like you're lucky to be in the middle class working your ass off. You know what I mean? Whereas before, I don't know. I go back and forth on that, whether things were easier or harder now versus yeah.
For me, I prefer it on extreme hard evil mode. The harder it is, the better, because the payout is even better. Like when I tell you, like when I got into robotics and programming, the learning curve is extremely hard, and the majority of people are not going to do it. And if you do something that can considerably make 1% income and it is extremely difficult, it makes it so much more satisfying when you get it.
Yeah.
Or if you get it. Some people won't get it. What's that name? Graham Stephan.
I do like a good challenge. That's why, like, when I just finished the second time around, I just finished my master's degrees, and now it's like I have this, and this isn't the perfect comparison, but it's almost like a soldier in battle. It's like after the war is over, it's like, damn, it's over, you know. Not that there's any comparison between education and battle.
I mean, when it comes to a master's degree, I mean, you got more stamina than I do. I couldn't make it.
It was tough. I mean, I can tell you, I almost dropped out twice.
Like,
actually, a year ago, when I first, I'll say I caught the YouTube bug, and I was like, I want to go all in. I'm like, you know what? Now that I know the money I can make, like, I almost wanted to just drop out, quit work, and just pursue entrepreneurial ventures. I was that close.
It would be, how I say, like, if you're in it's very difficult to be an employee if you're an entrepreneur.
Oh, I struggle with it every day.
It's very difficult. Oh,
I struggle with yeah.
How the hell is he education?
I don't know what he does, man. Like, Graham is perfect. Like, even when he screws up, it's still like these channels with the FTX thing, they're still gaining more subscribers, they're still gaining more ad revenue. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, I think it goes back to what I said before. I think his audience, I mean, just people in general, they don't pay, how to say it? They pay attention to more what Kim Kardashian says or some stupid celebrity than when it comes to stuff like this.
Right.
Like, we have such a ass backwards way of education when it comes to family structure. And that's why I like Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
If you don't get your family right, stuff like this is going to exist. I'm not saying he's a bad individual. I'm not going after him, but when people obviously F you over, and this is what this individual did, FTX, other scams, why would you follow him? Why would you continue?
But people,
to me, it makes no sense.
Yeah, he'll gain by the end. He'll probably be at like he'll gain subscribers by the end of the year.
I'll say they have a very interesting way of viewing life. There's no effing way I would. Like,
when you get to that level, like most people that get to that level, they lose all moral compass.
I mean, it's just that's why I never understood, like, how can, like, a Kim Kardashian be rich? It doesn't make sense, because someone is buying her products or services, whatever. How do you have the intent? Why would you buy from them? And that's why if you go to this guy here, his name is Thomas Sowell. If you guys
I've heard of him. Yes.
Thomas Sowell.
He's on Fox, isn't he?
No, he's a professor. At I forget the name of the college, but Hoover Institution. But this guy here, he'll talk about, like, what we lost outside of, like, morals and values is that people do not value, like, true capitalism. Like, capitalism, yes, there's rules and regulations, but people didn't try to make money off of people's stupidity. No, you shouldn't, you know. I mean, yeah, you can go ahead, but, like, have some integrity or honor into it. And that's why I try to follow those rules when I'm doing my own stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're in a fraudulent system, you have to play by their rules. But yeah, I wish I would love to meet him in person and have a. He's one of the few people I would actually talk to in person. Like I would never want to meet Kevin in person. I don't think
you wouldn't want to. Yeah, that's funny. You
the entire time.
Kevin.
It would just be me arguing.
When you get to that level,
like,
yeah.
Why do you? My first was like, did you? You know, you fucked up your own people, right? And that's like my first question. Like, you fucked over so many people, right? You're like, no. Yeah, you did, bro. Come on, like real talk. Come on, you can't be like.
Then I know what he'll do. He'll pull up like these fake testimonials from his courses. He'll say, "Oh no, my audience loves my courses." He'll pull up that couple that was there at the New York Stock Exchange that said that they studied his courses before they agreed on money.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some, but I just. Oh my god, that's a good politician answer. Like, good.
Mm-hmm. He's great at that. I'm telling you, great politician.
I watch his. Let's look at Meet Kevin.
It's funny because when he ran for governor of California, remember that last year?
Yeah.
Like when I saw him, like he actually out debated like 3 established politicians, and I was like, whoa, he's good. And I said, this guy's going to run for president one day, but I think he actually can't because I don't think he was born a U.S. citizen.
I think someone's at. Give me 1 second. Someone's at my door.
Uh-oh.
No, I think it's my package. Give me 1 second.
Oh, hopefully it's not like the feds after all this COVID talk. But anyway, yeah. So we're talking about Meet Kevin and other YouTubers and how a lot of these big channels, it seems like they don't really care whether or not they screw over their fans. I mean, and it seems like, in a capitalist system, it gets to where, no matter how much, like the more money someone makes, like I think it seems like whatever they believed in when they were not as wealthy kind of goes out the window, basically. So, and then like I don't know where some of these people find the time like to upload 7 times a day, but that is pretty remarkable, I would say. So let's see here. We wanted to get into some other topics here. Oh, look at that. On this Social Blade widget here. That's funny. One of the channels, Echoes from Above, that talks about Meet Kevin all the time. It looks like he's talked about him so much, he's in the search term. So when you search Meet Kevin, his channel comes up. I think that's the strategy behind a lot of these Grifter Slayer channels. Like the more they talk about the bigger channels, the more of their audience that they share. That seems like that might be the strategy. Because you can see just on the videos that come up here on this page, just searching for Meet Kevin interview, you can see 2 videos about Meet Kevin from the same YouTuber. Now let me see. I might take the screen over. Or present my screen. Okay. So back to Market Watch. Okay, yeah, we hammered that topic pretty good. Tesla, we talked about Tesla a bit. FTX, I think nothing's going to happen to this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, because, and I was going to do a short video on this. Basically, of all the whatever $10 billion that he lost, which by the way makes him worse than Madoff. I didn't know this, but Madoff, actually 88% of Madoff's what he lost was recovered and given back to the people.
All right, back.
Was it okay?
Awesome. Oh, you got an awesome package.
Oh yeah. Cool.
No pun intended, but oh yeah. If you guys caught me on if we did another live stream on Friday, I can do like a silver box reveal of the silver and gold I buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before I send it into storage. Always gotta check that.
Nice.
Woo!
So is that what came in?
Oh no, Christmas presents.
Oh, okay.
Barely made it.
Nice.
Gosh, Amazon is like super backed up, especially people who buy presents like I do. I buy presents like some early, but then these one my kid, they like Pokemon crap. So
oh yeah,
they barely come in.
They could be NFTs.
Oh my god!
I just try to make sure, like, if I get a package, like if it's ticking, I just kick it away from the door.
NFT.
I'm just kidding.
What's that guy's name? NFT. Jake Paul.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, did you see the Trump NFT? What an SNL skit that was. That was comical. Who would buy it? There's a lot of people that would.
I don't know if any of the crypto channels say this, but I thought almost every single NFT is a scam. Why would anyone buy it?
Did you see? Oh, they will. Like, Trump has a lot of like hardcore followers that will pay. They'll pay money for anything. It was so comical though. Like, if you watch his video, he's like, for the low price of $99, you can get an NFT of your favorite president, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, for the low price of $99. It was comical.
You can get a hand-drawn picture of any president and it's worth more than an NFT.
Right. I know NFTs are worthless. But did you see them? Like, there's one of him, he's in like a cowboy, like a sheriff outfit. I'm sharing on the screen. Can you see it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Well,
and then there's one of him, he's in like this superhero thing. And then he's got like laser beams.
If he, you know what? I don't know. I mean, this would be an interesting conversation if I could talk to him. But like, if he was really thinking of himself as a superhero president, like a badass president, he should have vetoed everything that came through.
Yeah,
literally, that would be the only. If a president would just veto everything that the crap they're trying to pull. I mean, he doesn't. This would be my only basis too. Like, if I can just put it down to one thing, I'll just ask this one question to every person who tries to push this bill through. Did you guys read it? If you guys say, if anyone can say yes, one person say yes, they read it cover to cover, I'll let this go through. Oh my god, these people.
But yeah, these are funny.
What is that? Ben Bernanke? No, wait.
Oh, the guy with the beard.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Trump sold off. I mean, he probably made a big amount of money, a lot of money off of this stuff.
That's his golf. Have you seen his golf swing? It's funny.
I've been. I mean, I only been golfing like twice, and never again.
His golf swing is comical.
Is it Trump? Oh my gosh, Trump on the what is it?
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore? No.
It's only missing one person.
I mean, if I can Mount Rushmore, if I can add another person to Mount Rushmore,
it'd be Biden or Obama. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if there was like the most trash presidents, Obama would be first.
They need to make like a trash Mount Rushmore.
Let me see. Maybe JFK.
Oh yeah. Dang, I can't find my favorite one. Trump.
Out of all the presidents, like, I've gone through so many charts and studied so much about it. Like,
this is one of my favorite ones. Like that one. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
Those people.
Yeah, JFK was good. There's a new. I don't know if you've seen the movie JFK, like by Oliver Stone, but there's a 4-hour version of that. Like, he updated it and it came out. I've actually got to watch that. Yeah.
An interesting thing to watch. I mean, I just say that the reason why I think he was one of the last real presidents is because just no president touches the Fed.
Right, and he wanted to, and then he got whacked.
They talk about it. They all. I mean, this is what I think when it comes to people who run for president after JFK and some prior. Whatever they say prior to running for president is what they're not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they're going to, President Obama, I'm going to fix healthcare. He's going to F it up even more.
Mm-hmm. He got the F right.
What is that called? Biden is energy. Oh my God. Did you hear why they closed down the Nord Stream pipe?
Oh, because it wasn't a liberal pipe dream. No pun intended.
No. My opinion right now, they closed down all these pipes because they wanted Europe to depend on American oil.
And so how would that happen if we drill for less oil?
They want here. I'll show you.
Oh, that's too logical.
Biden's anti-free energy. Biden wants to do everything possible to make gas prices go up, so foreign countries like Europe not depend on Russian oil, depend on American oil.
I think most of the people in charge now are anti-America. Period. Like all the policies, like they must.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's either incompetence but it's worse. They're anti-America.
I would agree on it. It can't be incompetence because it happens too frequent.
Right.
I would say nearly every single senator. Oh my God! Don't. This channel is demonetized.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
100% demonetized.
Matter. Yeah.
I love this channel. His channel is better than my channel. If you guys want to watch a channel that's better than mine, here you go. He's
got almost 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, this is this and all the Epoch Times, all these Epoch channels, Epoch Times are all demonetized. YouTube demonetizes people who talk about real stuff.
You know, it's funny, when I started being a YouTuber, I was paranoid. I was like, if I subscribe to these channels, is it going to hurt my algorithm? So my first year, I tried to not be political at all.
Well, I mean, how to say, men, just once again, Andre's thinking, men have to talk about what's real. And if you're in finance, you have to talk about politics. That's
finally what happened. Like, there's no way around it. And then I got to the point, I think after like the Afghanistan withdrawal and then after inflation, I'm like, all right, this administration sucks. Like anybody defending it, like I'm going all in. Once inflation hit, I'm like, I'm not holding back anymore.
Well, it's actually pretty interesting. That airbase that you talk about, I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, I was stationed there.
Didn't we give it to China, basically?
So like, we took
Bagram Air Force Base.
Yeah, Bagram. Bagram. I love. They had the best barbecue, but beside that, they had really good barbecue there.
Yeah.
Bagram, that base had so much had so many tanks. That's not tanks. I forgot the name of the unit, but basically that base was hand gifted to whoever took it over. Hand gifted with a little bow on top, man.
Yeah, because the incompetent general, who was it, Milley? He just said, "Oh, it's too much work to
get
equipment out."
There is no way it's incompetence. It was intentional.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand why. Like that was like 100. Like wasn't it like billions worth of equipment?
Why wouldn't you leave it? Okay, so for example, let's put our corrupt hat on. Why would you not want to have conflict? Conflict means lobbyists, means people promoting, means giving money to you. War pays.
Of course.
Okay.
Keep the war prolonged.
Yeah, give the enemy the weapons so we can go have a reason to take it from them.
Like a good example, release or give Russia like their number one like mercenary in exchange for a basketball player, so that he can go back and plot more. So just keep the conflict going. Military industrial complex. Thing. Yeah.
Whoever, like, to me, if whoever voted for him, if you think that Brittany Griner was a fair trade, then you, in my opinion, you should reevaluate why you have the right to vote. Like, you shouldn't have. It's such a dumb. There's no way that should have been even. Like, why is it even legal? Holy crap! Now that if the president can discuss that and have that as an option, I think the president should be taken away from that. That power should be given to Congress. At least have some way to vote on it, not some fucking retard giving a basketball player. God, this shit pisses me off.
It's the deal Obama made for that guy Bergdahl. Remember that? That was a terrible deal too.
I mean, and they know it's a terrible deal. I know they know it because I made a video about it here. I made a video about this, and Jack Dorsey, he's a fucking king. That dude.
Oh, he used to run Twitter.
Man.
Yeah.
He would go through and just say, "Why is it loading so slow?" Because it's Chrome.
Bandwidth. Yeah. God. Chrome. Yeah, that's true. Mine's the same way.
When it comes to ABL, Anthony Brian Logan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 636 videos. Look, see, I made a video about the Russian media talking about the Brittany Griner. The Russian media is laughing at Americans, saying how stupid we are.
Oh, of course. I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that video and that's something like I got no views. Woo, makes sense. But it just blows my mind that you don't understand that this terrorist. Oh, that's at the T word. Dang it.
You can edit it out later.
That individual is so bad. Like I was watching just highlights of what he did. I'm like, you gave like your freaking Trump card for like a 2. Mm-hmm. You traded a oh my god.
It frustrates me, like, because it's an odd paradox because like you know about it, but like what can we do? What can we do about it? You know what I mean? It's so frustrating to me.
Well, I mean, this is
we're controlled by this crap, and it's like what can we do?
This is the channel that I've got the information from. ABL. If you guys want to find, he's a conservative, very
oh cool.
Yeah, he's not as bad as I am when it comes to saying something. I say exactly how it is. He'll say it very YouTube friendly. Mm-hmm. I'll just say that guy's an idiot or retard. And
yeah, I wish that how Twitter got bought. I wish Google and Facebook would get bought too.
Yeah, to share about all the hidden stuff they're doing. See, this is where I got his video from.
Mm-hmm. There's Trump's NFT. He talks about it.
Oh, did I miss it?
The one up here.
I missed that video.
Yeah, he doesn't say NFT. He just says big announcement.
Trump? He's another funny guy. He has an announcement for announcement.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Announcing an announcement.
Oh yeah,
that's what he did. He's like, I have a huge announcement coming. Huge. I have this $99 digital image of me. Like, who would want something, better than that? Can't do any better than that.
Why is he president? Why would he? I wish Ron DeSantis would run for president.
I think he will, but I don't know, though, because, DeSantis, he's my governor, of course, but you don't think he's fully uncontrolled?
Oh, my God. I mean, so before I speak on Ron DeSantis, I will show some evidence of what I think about him versus everyone else. Because remember, in my opinion, I think that most people who run for president, usually the ones that are not in the top 10, those are the ones you don't want to be president. You want people out of the top 10.
Well, what I see here lately, I see the establishment GOP really lining up behind DeSantis, and they definitely don't want Trump. That's for sure. Like it's like they're all trying to dump him, but they're like really starting. And I feel like the boarding party is coming. Like they're all gonna onboard DeSantis and then take control over him.
Oh yeah, I think out of all the governors, he's probably one of the best governors. The one from Texas is really good.
Abbott,
yeah. Because I have a feeling in 2024, Biden and what's that stupid guy's name from California governor?
Newsom.
Yeah, Gavin and Newsom are going to run together.
Yeah,
and Newsom is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have Meet Kevin as governor before Newsom.
Right.
Oh, my God. Newsom's in it. And that's why, hence why, when I tell people, like, why we should change if you guys know me personally, I would get rid of almost all the voters in the United States, near 90%. Because if you have a person like Gavin Newsom becoming governor again, after breaking almost every single COVID rule on camera,
they can't beat him. They can't beat him. If you drive down that state, you'll see anti-Newsom signs
Yeah.
like all over the state, but they can't beat him. He wins overwhelmingly.
And how does Nancy Pelosi win for like 30 plus years? I don't understand that.
Well, I know a little bit about like the way they draw congressional districts. They have like gerrymandering and stuff like that, which both sides do it. Like the media wants you to think only Republicans do it, but both sides do it. Democrats do it in states they control. But if you look at like her district, she's in like San Francisco area, very blue, and the way it's drawn, you probably have like 400,000 Democrats. You may have like 50,000 Republicans. The math is just not there. Like you're not going to beat her in that district. You know what I mean? If a fifth of their voters turn out, she still wins. You know.
But what I tell people is this: like the problem is these people who vote for them. If you just ask them like a very simple question about Nancy Pelosi, like if hypothetically something bad happens to the president or the vice president or whatever, just hypothetically speaking, would Nancy Pelosi become a leader or a president? Like who's
third in line?
Yeah, if you ask that question, would people in San Francisco know?
Probably not. You ever see those they ask people on the street and it's hilarious. Like different questions like when did Columbus sail? And they're like 1985.
Wow.
And sometimes like the way they say it with such confidence. And then they're like, was I close? No, you were like 4 centuries off.
The stuff that they ask is so like comical how foreigners would know. So
right,
like foreigners would be like, what? Yeah. Oh, so my favorite. Who was our first president? If you like George Washington, right off the bat, right? Okay. Then they'll ask like another president. Was Lincoln a Democrat or Republican? Democrat. And it's like, are you sure? No, he's a Republican. He's the one who started the Republican Party. Started going through. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, because there was like a flip. The parties kind of flipped in a way.
But it's just like it started asking like this simple, not like detailed history. This is simple like slavery. How like it just blows my mind that the people have been trained to think in a certain way. Like whoever runs this planet, they got people down to the T, man. They're like, I can get 90% of people to think this way, and they're not going to change.
Right. What's amazing to me, though, like we're talking about, like, the people in power, like they know that the majority of the public is stupid, but not everybody's stupid. That's what makes me mad. There are a lot of smart people, but it's like more and more on average, like you do have a lot of stupid people. But you look at like when KJP gives an answer, it's like they know the public is stupid and they don't care. They don't care. It's like it should be an insult to everybody.
If you guys want to watch a video that will probably get you guys awake what's happening, watch this video called The American Dream Animated. It's 30-minute cartoon.
Awake versus woke.
Oh my God, that whole woke crap.
I'd say there's a real woke and there's a fake woke. Like to me, being woke, like being aware of what's going on, like there's a real version and there's the fake crap in the media, Like
if you... I have had so many conversations with people who have hit me up and they're talking about politics, and I tell them like I'm a hardcore Republican. I tell them like, what's the difference between a Republican and Democrat?
Not much.
The same thing.
At this point, like the establishment, I would say like for me, I'm not establishment Republican. Like Mitch McConnell and those senators. Like, did you see the horrible deal they passed today? Oh my God, another 1.7 trillion.
Like.
So from a strategy standpoint, like, so if I were running the Republican Party, first of all, like they're not even playing that. We're on a chessboard. They're not even playing chess. They're playing checkers. If that, they're playing kids checkers on a chessboard. So like they just gave up their main. So they got the House just barely. They just gave up their main negotiating chip. They had the budget. They could have used the debt ceiling to leverage deals they wanted. They gave that away. Before the new Congress even takes office. They just gave it away just like that. Here, it's Christmas. I get it that it's Christmas, but I didn't realize that means just give away your whole negotiating chip.
So one of the guys I watched him for talk about politics, he said when they gave that away, Think about it on their end. How much more money they're going to get.
Yeah. Oh, of course, it's a payout for everyone. Everyone's
Yeah.
bringing back like these like pet projects to their district. It's crazy. It's just massive corruption. So much waste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just so much waste in the system. Yeah.
We got this. That's why I call them, like, every video I'll say the same thing. They're a big syndicate. If you are voting for people there's a reason why there's no term limits on them, and there's term limits on the president. Like, it's quite obvious. Like, I think every common person in America, like, you'd ask them, do we need term limits on senators? Yeah, why not? Well, there is none. Should we have mail-in voting versus in-person voting? Which one do you think we should have? In-person voting. Why do you need? Give someone 2 weeks to show up for 30 minutes to go vote. You don't.
Yeah, other countries all over the world do it.
We have such simple, easy problems, United States. But if I was a corrupt politician, I would not want in-person voting, or I would hate to have what's it called? My position restricted in any sense. Why would I want that?
Censoring.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God! This is why, if you have time, guys, watch this video. This thing's amazing. It talks about. God, I hate commercials.
I like the Japanese ones.
Oh, God, I hate all these commercials. Skip. He talks about real money, the difference between money and currency, how the government's against you. They're doing everything they possibly can to take every dime and control everything of your lives. Yeah, I love this video. I've seen it so many times. I showed literally every client that I've ever got to, like, have one-on-one. I've ended up showing this video to them, telling them that you have to think in the realm of corruption, and the markets are against you if you want to succeed in the markets. Just that's where all the money's at. All the money is set. Oh God, they have 37,000 comments.
Nice.
But this guy's only has 31K subscribers.
Yeah, more comments than subscribers. Interesting.
Gosh.
How many views does the video have?
9.6 million.
Oh, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah, it was posted a long time ago, 11 years ago. But I tell you, like, I've watched it so many times. Please check this video out. It's like Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money, condensed in 30 minutes. Like, it talks about Jekyll Island. Like, it talks about Jekyll Island.
Yep.
It talks about the first thing that a government does. So if you guys have time, the first thing a government does, that when you know they're against you, is that when they take the money away, when they make money currency. Once they do that, you know your government's against you.
Right.
Oh my gosh, such a good video. Whew. What's our time at?
Oh, we're at like an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, time flies.
I can see why. If other channels start talking about this stuff, they would be. I just said it. Was it we need more people on the live stream? So if anyone's watching at this point, it'd be nice if you guys can get other channels or even yourself to jump on.
Yeah,
I'll love to have an open conversation. Maybe I'm wrong about something, or he's wrong about something, or you have a different point of view.
I always say that, like, when I talk about the economy, like I did a live stream just by myself. I said we're in a recession. Convince me that we're not. Nobody showed up. I don't get it.
How would I argue that?
The funny thing, so you know that channel I sent you, that guy that's the CFA, Joe Hogue? So it's like, what the heck? He had a channel on that has lower subscribers than me. I'm like, what the heck? You know? Like, these channels just won't, I don't know. They're not, they won't, like, bring me on or you. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, I tell people, like, I am really good at showing statistical data. Like, when someone says something, I literally can bring up a chart about it. Like, so when people claim, is it Joe Hogue?
Yeah, he's a CFO. Oh, you're thinking Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
No, if I want a Joe Rogan, I'll have made it big.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
No, it's HOGUE. He's a CFA. It shows in my analytics we share an audience. Yeah, this guy, he just had a smaller channel on. He did a live stream with a smaller channel.
I pay my phone bill with this monthly dividend stock.
Yeah, he's doing that. It's to get attention. Like he got that much in dividends, so he's he's got the he's showing like, oh, this paid my phone bill basically.
Dividends every day, 7 stocks, passive income. He does not talk about anything controversial.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And his channel is, you see, he's got like 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah, he's very YouTube friendly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he used that's one of my favorite pictures of Pelosi.
Look at that. 8.6K views. Such a low view.
Yeah. Because it's talking about like government and stuff.
Yeah. And
I know it's fun to be controversial. It's like it's an addiction. Like I can't resist it. The
Fed forcing 1.2 million jobs lost 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how. It's very interesting when you look at job numbers. You can't claim recovery in jobs because some jobs are destroyed and they don't come back ever.
Right.
And so when people say, like, "Oh, we recovered 500,000, 100,000 jobs," like that's stating that the company grew back to profitability, for example, and they rehired people. What about all the businesses that were shut down?
What I love, every time like a Democrat comes into office, conveniently the economy seems to crash in order to pave the way for them to come into office. But when they come in, they talk about all the jobs they created. So if the unemployment rate was at like 10% when you came in, this was one of my big problems with Obama. Like when the unemployment rate was at like 10% and you get it. So say there are 2 million, say you lost 20 million jobs and you add 5 million jobs back and you go out and tout, I created 5 million jobs. No, you're still at a net loss of like 15 million. So you got 5. So you're taking credit for what you brought back.
Unemployment rate. Where's that job loss? Here you go. I talked about this so many times in the video. The whole COVID initial jobless claims.
BLS.gov also has unemployment data. Yeah, see that huge spike, and then it came down fast.
Look at that. Oh, God, delete this shit. This is crazy. Like, if you start breaking down, like, look at these recessions, and the whole COVID recession is so tiny.
Yeah. I
mean, I just something like there's a problem when you see, like, even in 2008, 2009, when the unemployment rate starts going down, what they do to fabricate the numbers.
Yeah, but it took forever for it to drop.
And at 4%.
And also, so many people dropped out of the labor force too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is actually scary because we're going to enter another recession very soon. Recession.
Oh, that's right, because we're not currently in one. I keep forgetting.
I don't understand how, like, these numbers are crazy. Like, initial jobless came. Look at that chart. Look at that. It's crazy.
Because of better policies at the time. I will say, I mean, Trump managed the economy a lot better than Biden.
Want to see something funny?
Shortest recession ever.
Here, I'll show you something. This is actually in my next video that I'm posting.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is why I hate. Oh my God, this pisses me off so much. Every president, I don't know the difference between Biden. I mean, they're both bad. Biden and Trump are both bad, but there's little difference between them. Very little difference.
I'd take Trump over Biden.
I would too, but they're both to me are both bad. I was like, why do we have to choose between a crap sandwich and like a crap ice cream? Like,
Biden's like another category of bad. He's like, you've got bad, and then you've got like the garbage can. And that makes it, they say like they have to put a lid, like when he doesn't do, he only has like one event a day. It's covered up, but what's this chart?
This shows a national debt by
every president increases, like they almost double it even.
Well, not as
big,
much as
yeah.
look at George Bush Jr.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Nixon. Nixon, where's that? Reagan? Yeah, there's Reagan. Reagan,
Yeah, Reagan was a lot.
180%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at Joe Biden. He's not even done yet.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be very, very high. And Obama was very high too.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's one thing no one can explain to me. Maybe you can, but like we didn't have inflation under Obama. Like we had the same money printing, but we didn't really have inflation.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for bringing it up. So
yeah,
before we start, let's define inflation. All right, and who can create inflation? So first off, who can create inflation? The definition. So the definition of an inflation that I go by is the expansion of the currency supply. Right. So who can do this? Can regular people create fiat currency? No, only banks and governments. Governments, right? So governments can create inflation. They're arbiters of inflation. So let's break down this. Why didn't we have massive inflation like we do today versus Obama? Because when it comes to all the printing they did, and we did do inflation, it just didn't hit consumer prices. It stayed in market inflation.
Right. It never manifested into like consumer prices.
And when it comes to the Fed and all of them injecting their cash, remember the Fed has a trading desk. They can inject cash into any market.
Right.
So I would say the majority of their money went into what? Energy, real estate, what else? Mortgage-backed securities. They gave out free money for banks. I mean, I don't know the exact amount of money given out to banks, but it was in the billions.
Right.
So this to me is inflation, but not price inflation yet for like consumers. But the CPI only doesn't account for food and energy. So if we accounted for that, I would say it did tick up, but not as much. But Obama didn't have the same problem that Biden's having and Trump having. They didn't have a supply issue. So if you guys want to see something pretty cool, look up this right here. Let me show you. This is a video of it shows a live video of all the all the tankers heading into the United States. Like they show like the transports in the United States during the COVID scandemic versus all the other times. The amount of tankers decreased during that pandemic. A good person, if you guys want to watch Peter Schiff. He explains the video of why if he became a senator or president, he would get rid of the rules on tanking. So the problem that we have in America is that we limit the government limits the amount of tankers that can come into the United States. So the government that's why we don't have capitalism in the United States. We have a syndicate that controls the supply into the United States.
Pull that up if you have that chart.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. First off, I'll show you the video that I got. I didn't even know about this until I watched this video a couple of years ago and him explaining this stuff. And then I did my research to figure it out. This is what happens when you like study all day finance. Peter Schiff, tankers. I love when he talks about this stuff. His videos are pretty long. They're like an hour long.
Yeah.
Hours long, sometimes even longer than that. But I'll listen to it while I cook or something because I'm cooking barbecue tomorrow.
Oh, so nice.
I'm going to be watching this stuff again. But
yeah.
Where is it at? Here.
It's great to like make your own schedule. It's great, isn't it?
It's a lot of work. I mean, I got to go to the gym in about 30 minutes, but
I usually go in the evening too.
Work out twice a day. Twice a day, 2 hours a day.
Nice.
2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
2 to 3 hours.
I'm lucky if I get like 1 hour a day, and I'm lucky. Well, I got to keep it up. Like when I get a cold or something, like it's more important to go to the gym because that helps. Like it helps it go away quicker.
I mean, I haven't been sick in like 7 years.
Really? Yeah, well, for me, I knew it was going to happen because I was around a lot of crowds last week. Like I was had like my graduation and stuff, and then I went to Bucks game over the weekend, and I was around a lot of. It was a busy week last week, so I'm not surprised. And there were all these people coughing around me too, and I'm like, oh god, like I hate it when people like they're like coughing in public all over everything.
I mean, if you did that during COVID, people would just be freaking out.
Yeah, I just want to like spray water on them. It's like, really, like, come on.
Oh, here we go. I found it. It's called Ship Map.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys have time, check this stuff out, guys. It shows you a live visual. It's not on my Google. It's on my Vivaldi. So they show this video is displaying all the ship tanks happening.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is why this is not because of me. It's because of Peter Schiff and me, like 2 years ago, studying intensively what's happening to our supply chain. Our supply chain is being 100% controlled by our government.
You can see the shipping lanes. Like some of these are in perfect lines. You
can see why Brazil had that shipping issue when it came to their oil. You can see it's like when you start studying you start studying energy sector like that I'm doing now, and why I'm looking at buying up. There's 5 ETFs that I'm sorry. There's the video that I'm posting in a few days. It's a short video, and it's about the ETFs. I'm about to re-enter the United States market again, and why I'm buying these because of these shipping routes. This is because of this.
So you're basing some ETF purchases in the future based on the shipping routes?
Not shipping routes, their contract. This is not them doing it because of capitalism. It's because the government's allowing them to do it. If the government allows it, then they get all this money.
Okay.
It's such a scam. But
which ETFs are you thinking about?
I'll type them to you.
But okay. We won't divulge them before the purchases.
Yeah, here. So I'm not BSing you. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah.
That's on my program app right here.
Okay.
And I wrote it on my note card. I'm a big note card person.
Yeah. I'm on this site. Wow, the graphics on this site are amazing.
Yeah. If you guys also want to find some other websites about oil, ETF, energy, go to oilprice.com.
Let me see. I've used that site before.
God, their numbers aren't like I just go through and just study all this stuff as much as possible just to be knowledgeable about this stuff because like energy is such a big sector to study. Look at this right here. If you control this, if you control the black, remember one big thing about the Ukraine war is the access to the Black Sea.
Right.
Of Russia. If you have time, guys, study stocks that are available to be purchased in that area. There's a reason why Russia or anything that's connected to Russia has been cut off. I mean, I would be so happy to be trading Forex when it comes to Russia. Oh my God, it would have been such an easy trade.
Oh, before they sanctioned them?
Yeah, I can't. Even my broker is in Belize. I got a broker in Belize and other Southern American countries.
Yeah.
They can't even touch Russia. I would love to be in Russia right now.
Yeah.
Look at that. All across this down here. This right here, like, think about all the companies or the few amount of companies that have access through Europe. There's not many. Look, very, very few.
Right.
All the same lanes, too.
Oh,
man. I'm so happy. I'm going to go through this tonight now. I'm super excited.
That's awesome. So yeah, send me that list of those funds.
Here you go. And here you go. So here's the message for that. You got it?
I think so. Did you send it on Facebook?
Oh, no. It's on the chat in
Oh, okay.
StreamYard.
Okay.
Where's the video at? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I'm watching my own video to get stocks that I in there.
There you go.
But this right here, like the shipyard stuff, if you guys go to oilprice.com, was it oilprice.com? Or what's it called? Zero Hedge. You guys can find some good stuff on there. Zero Hedge has some really good documentation about stuff. Oil price. Is it priceoil.com? Okay, it means he's thinking backwards again.
Oil price.
Yeah, so
I've been to that site before.
If you guys go here and go to energy, like this is why I got so deep into nuclear energy. I think nuclear energy is, how to say, one of the best things to buy when it comes to stocks. There's so little competition between them because there's very few of them, and these idiots think that our government idiots are thinking that clean energy is going to be the way. No, nuclear will be. Look at uranium, or look at uranium. Look at ruthenium. Look at have you seen those metals or their contracts?
Which ones?
Here we go. Check it out.
Actually, I was looking at that. So that ETF that you sent in the chat pays a great dividend.
Yes, it does. I've been in that for years before exiting.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually talked about it in a lot of my old stock videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
cool.
No. I don't get views. I wonder if I had the same attention as like Meet Kevin, what happened?
Oh, if you had like his level of subscribers.
I wonder what happened. I think a lot of people would be. I think I would probably be taken off of YouTube after me saying scamdemic, plandemic.
Oh, probably, yeah. You've got to really be, when you have that kind of a following, you got to really be careful.
Yeah, look at what happened to Jake Paul when he said something about the LGBTQ plus thing, and he got like melted.
Yeah, that's what happens.
But I would say this: if you own a bank or you have a very big business that actually affects people, they won't cancel you.
Yeah, if you're in with the right people.
Yeah, if you're like a Kanye West, I would drop him in a heartbeat. But if you're like a Peter Schiff, you're never going to get canceled. He says the same stuff that I say, without the cuss words.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean,
there's some stuff so I watch some stuff for entertainment value. So Ye West, he's been on a lot of different like alternative media sites and stuff. He went on. Have you heard of Alex Jones?
Yeah. Alex Jones is a good guy.
Yeah, he went on there, and I was watching, and that was one of the wildest shows I've ever watched. It was so entertaining.
It's not fair that he got taken off of YouTube and Twitter.
He was one of the biggest channels on YouTube.
I know why they take him, because he says some very wild things that ends up being correct.
Yeah. He goes off on tangents, though. It's like, man, I sometimes have to pause it.
Yeah, the whole Sandy Hook thing. I do not understand how he gets sued for such a large amount.
They're just trying to take him out.
Yeah.
It's crazy what he knows. It's insane, like what all he knows.
He's not going to pay any of it, like barely none.
But it was funny when he had Ye on his show, he was looking like, oh, I'm in for it now. I got someone crazier than me on my show.
Yeah, Kanye West is, I would say he's pretty Kanye, and what the hell is it called? How did his brain fart it?
What called?
That we were just talking about right now.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, thank you.
He's on Rumble. He's way banned from YouTube.
InfoWars.
I never thought I'm getting into these topics on my finance channel. Never thought this would happen.
I would say to me it's inevitable, because anyone who's in depth in finance, you have to talk about these things.
He would be a fun guest to have on. I would have him on as a guest.
If I thought
he would be fun.
Kanye West would be very difficult for me.
Not him. I'm saying Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones would be fun, but Kanye West would be
fun. Yeah.
I would be very, very.
Have you heard of there's this channel, Andrew Schultz? So like a year ago, Alex Jones went on his channel, and it was so funny. He did this skit where he was supposed to be Wonder Woman, so he put a wig on and stuff, and it was hilarious.
Andrew Schultz?
Yeah.
God, my computer's running slow now.
Yeah, that's what Chrome does. I think it's just yeah, there's no T, but it should come up.
This guy? Oh yeah, the comedian. I love his shorts.
Yeah, but look up Alex Jones when he went on. That was a funny show. He went on his show from like a year ago. I think it should still be there unless his channel's called Flagrant. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, play some of that. Yeah, the opening, it's hilarious.
Okay, let me get off Chrome.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
He's supposed to be you'll see it.
Give me 1 second. Taskbar. Look at that. My CPU. I'm sorry, my free RAM is almost 0.
It's using most of your CPU.
Yeah. I'm saying, there you go. Donald Trump was one of the worst things for America.
That's clickbait. Yeah, he yeah. I think he made some comment, but it was like a misleading. It's because he wouldn't help him, I think, when he got banned.
This?
Yeah.
Let me check the audio.
Yeah.
Is it because there's a podcast too?
Yeah.
Man, it's like
they wore like these. Yeah, they wore like these masks. That way, they said because we have him on, this is just performance art. This isn't like for real. So like they had like one of them had like a Hillary Clinton mask. Yeah. Play the beginning. Play the beginning.
They don't have any. What's it called? What's it called? They don't have any copyright stuff, right?
No, it's fair use.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
It's crazy. You can turn it off. Like it's not. It's fair use. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Is the volume up on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You see, they've got like a Hillary Clinton mask.
Ooh. Is that loud enough?
It's not audible here.
Oh wow. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Stop screen settings. Mirror my camera? No. Can it take audio?
Actually, let me see if I can play it on my end. Let me try that. I'll pull it up on my end. So yeah, because this was a fun podcast. It was entertaining. Okay, share screen.
Let me see. Oh man, I gotta manage these trades. I didn't notice them.
Some pending trades.
I review my I'm making a robot for a client right now, and I'm reviewing the trades.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I try to do like 1,000+ trades on their behalf.
Okay.
To make sure
so you do the trades for them.
Yeah, just to test it out to see if it all works.
Okay.
And sometimes there's always one error. Even on my own EA, there was an error.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very rare.
Yeah.
God, I hate those two. This error was something I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, my internet's gotten really slow too.
Yeah, I killed Chrome, and now I'm not glitching no more.
Oh, that's good. I don't think this is even going to play.
Alex Jones returns. It'd be nice for him to get back on Twitter.
Yeah, if Elon will let him.
If I was Elon Musk, I would let every controversial person back on there.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just to drive, because I don't know for a fact yet, but I have a feeling that he's still losing money.
You have a feeling what?
That Elon Musk is still losing money with Twitter.
Oh, probably, yeah. Dang, this thing's loaded with ads. Like, as soon as I skip, it comes up with ads.
I wonder how he can become pro.
What's that?
when these Twitter files get released, I hope that's getting more people to get on Twitter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So see this? So he was supposed to be Wonder Woman here.
What's sticking out of your belt? Wait a bit.
It was wild. Yeah, you should check it out if you get a chance. He put like a wig. Yeah.
Is there a way to get on his channel?
Whose?
On Alex Jones's channel.
On Rumble. He's on Rumble. He's long gone from YouTube.
Yeah, on InfoWars. Maybe I can ask. Because I sent Peter Schiff an email to see if I can do an interview with him.
Oh, you can call. He does live callers. Like you could call in.
I would love to get on.
That's always been on the bucket list.
I hit up Larry Elder and also Peter Schiff, emailed them to see if I can get on their video.
I want to call into his channel and talk like him. I want to be like, Alex, yeah, this is Alex from Texas. I was gonna offer to, back you up so you could take a day off. That'd be fun.
These guys are. It'd be. I mean, that's just not just the exposure, just to have the conversation with them even more. Because
yeah,
I think the reason why I'm not like them is because I haven't had the exposure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, that's what it takes. But that viral moment, getting a big viral video, that's getting known. That's what it takes. Yeah,
this is why I have these videos right here are just for that. I'm making these shorts just for YouTube friendly. I hope it works.
Yeah.
I mean, shorts don't make a lot of money, but so it's not the intention is money. I really want to give the audience something they want, not a video that I want.
Oh, we were going to talk about Ukraine. So we've pretty much hit everything else controversial. So like my take on it, I mentioned this earlier, but I've had enough of Zelensky and Ukraine and all of that and all this money we're giving them. Like the only reason right now we're not like in nuclear war is because honestly, like Putin has showed some restraint, in my opinion. Like you look at what Zelensky, I don't know if you heard about this because the media didn't really cover it, but they launched a missile into Poland errantly. And then he tried to blame it on the Russians, and he's like, "Oh, NATO, this is NATO. Like you need to attack like right now." And it's like, what's this guy? Like, I'm sick of this guy. He's trying to instigate us into World War III. I mean, and then they bombed 2 air bases in Russia that happened to be near their nuclear facilities. And I'm like, this guy's out of control.
I would say when it comes to Ukraine, so Russia and Ukraine, this is not the first problem. Russia has been having issues with the UN and the Eastern countries. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Western part of Europe. They have been losing territory to the UN. And if I had to put my Russian cap on, if I was a Russian president, I would have to invade because you're losing so much territory to a group of individuals who are not for you. Like, would they pull this stuff to China? No. We don't. Right. It's very interesting. We don't pull the same game to China. Look at Taiwan. Right. America's not in Taiwan at all. It's very interesting that we're pulling this to Russia. But if I had to remember, I had the Russian perspective as a leader invading Ukraine. Remember, this is not the first time they had this issue. This was guaranteed to happen. And I'm happy the UN wasn't. I'm happy Ukraine is not part of the UN because it would have dragged America in it anyways. America would have wanted it. I think America's the largest contributor of troops, money to the UN than any other country. And
NATO.
Yeah, and NATO too.
That was actually one of Trump's things. Not to bring him up again, but he said, "Look, you guys, the other countries need to pay their share. Like the United States is like 80% of this."
Well,
I'm sick of the whole thing. Like Russia, and I'm not like pro Russia by any means, but like they're not like this big bad like monster, like they're like this is not the Cold War anymore. They're not like our militaries are not equal. You look at the struggle they've had just in Ukraine.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I got a couple friends in Russia that we're talking to.
Yeah.
And to me, this whole Russia-Ukraine war, Russia is destroying Ukraine. Like
really?
I'll say this. Yeah. You don't have a country of people fleeing. Like you have Ukrainians fleeing from their country. This is not a sign of strength on Ukraine's end.
Because every day I see how like they've taken back more territory, but then again, that's like the official media.
Have you seen what I've done is watch the Russian news and then watch everyone else's news and see what they say, the differences. And it's very interesting, like, because I know Russia will win, Ukraine will. The Ukrainian war. They'll win. Doesn't matter by what regards. They will easily win. But what Ukraine wants, go ahead.
It's not that big of a country. Like, I mean, they've been in there for like what, 9 or 10 months, and they haven't taken it over.
But what do you think they? For me, in my opinion, I know what they want access to a few controlled areas. The access to the Black Sea. They want the uranium, what's it called, the nuclear power plant, and there's one other thing.
Chernobyl.
There's that one other thing they have. The nitrogen deposits. Thank you. Oh. So once they control those things, the rest of the country is unnecessary. Like if I'm thinking about the Russian hat, like if I want to own a country, I only want the resources and the transportation routes. Why do I care about anything else?
So they took like the eastern part of the country. So like, I don't know why they just don't stick with that and like have like a negotiated settlement or something.
If I was the Ukrainian, if I led Ukraine, I would just give it up. Because I wouldn't want to fight a war that you're gonna get. It's like fighting the United States. Why would you do that?
Well, the way I look at it, there's like this river in the middle. Like if they were to split the country in half and then just settle from there, like I don't know. That's if it were me trying to broker a deal, that's where I would start.
It's like if you're Hong Kong want to be, say hypothetically, they want to be part of China. What are they going to do to China? Nothing at all. Like I eventually was like, listen, bro, if you want us, sure, let us be a territory of your country. Because we don't have the military defenses. Like being in the military for 9 years and seeing Russian aircraft, there is no effing way. Like even American aircraft will have difficulty beating Russians. It doesn't happen that way. Like, I've seen I'm being a jet mechanic and watching aircraft do dogfights and other aircraft fight other countries. America is not going to just win across the board. It doesn't just work that way. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the whole Ukraine thing, I'm tired of it. And then we had inflation for us started like, the end of last year, beginning of this year, and it got exacerbated by the Ukraine situation. And I think most of the American public is done with it. Like, just get out of there, stop giving them money,
I think this is all like intelligent ideas, but to the people to our masters, basically, they need this war to happen. We don't have the Middle East anymore. We need it. This is a good way to funnel money. Oh my God, it's almost like a headache. Like thinking corrupt. I need to start a war, to start a conflict, so I can funnel money, and so I can get a kickback, so I can stay in power.
Money laundering sounds like the definition.
Yeah, and I need to also control media companies to confuse the public, to think them in a polarized way of thinking. Russia bad, Ukraine good. Once I obtain that and get all the social media companies, hashtag think, what's his name? Elon, to show us that the FBI and all the government agencies are dealing with social media companies.
Did you see he's going to resign as Twitter CEO? Like, I wonder. Like, is he's going to still manage it, but he's just going to hire like another CEO?
Oh, he said that on the poll. He said, I just want to control the data. I want to just look at the data.
That's the key. That's really the key part.
Yeah, because after reading all these Twitter reports, I think he knows exactly what's going to happen. Like, these social media companies are propped up because of the information they're controlling and limiting. I mean,
Right.
it is so obvious when people are being put on blacklists, and
Yep.
especially, I mean, a good thing is like if we look at the Ukraine war on Google and then look at it on different servers, different platforms to see if you get the same search results,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell that the Ukrainian war is definitely manipulated.
Yeah.
Ukraine. Oh man, I love this. Oh, the first thing comes up, all the news channels that no one cares about: CBC, ABC, BBC,
CNN.
like CNN. Crap, what was it? Crappy.
CNN. It's funny. Once they banned Alex Jones from YouTube, like CNN was always the first thing that would come up, and I'm like, there's no way that CNN is legitimately the first thing people are searching for. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, actually came up as outside of all the ads. CNN, Russia's war in Ukraine. Zelensky visits the U.S.
Yeah, he's supposed to be addressing a joint session. It's probably going on like right now.
I would love to have the conversation. Like this, he listened to the conversation of Biden and Putin talk.
Yeah.
I bet they are laughing at us. He's like, Putin's like, so you're sending them more money, right? He's like, yep. How much money are you getting in the back end? Like,
oh, of course, yeah. The other Russian thing that makes me so mad is that like they, like our CIA, FBI, like they talk about like the whole thing, all of Trump's presidency. Oh, he's a Russian asset. Oh, the Russians rigged the election. The Russians hacked. And they found like it was like 10 social media accounts, and they blow up Russia like this massive, like it's like it's still the Cold War, And like I say, it's a country that can barely take over Ukraine, like parts of Ukraine, and they just blow it up. And like to me, like China is the real threat, not Russia.
I mean, I don't know. Would I consider China a threat?
Well, just like, I mean, they're a capitalist communist country, but like, as far as our business, our manufacturing, and all of that, like, there's so much of it that's gone there. Like, I just like they keep talking about Russia, like they're about like 30 years in the past. You know what I mean? Like they keep on. They won't let the Russia thing go. If
you had to compare the United States to China, what differences would you think would be? Because for me, I would say they're almost the same. Like I can't find. Yeah. I mean, almost when it comes to even the government, they're almost equal to the United States. Everything that they're doing, we have done.
Mm-hmm.
Like limiting free speech, America checklist, we have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Disarm their own people. We're continuously doing that every single year.
Oh, as far as like becoming an authoritarian. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
It's like when people say like China is killing the Muslim people in their prison camps. Well, we did the same thing to the Japanese.
Yeah.
War II.
True. Yeah.
What have we done that's so different? I mean, we're involved into multiple countries. We're in war with what? In Africa. We're in war with Ukraine. Ukraine and Russia. Like we have militarized on almost every single continent outside the United States. What is the difference between China?
We do a lot of bad stuff in the world.
I mean, not we. I would say government.
Well, yeah, but I mean our country, the United States, like our leaders. Yeah. Right.
I mean, name one country outside of Japan and America that taxes their citizens to death, despite where they go. Only 2 countries do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I said. Like when you're just breaking down America, that's why I call it the syndicate. What makes it so different?
Right.
Hence why that's why I tell people like try to get out of the United States as much as possible.
Yeah. You've been saying that. I'm listening to that more and more. I'm going to start looking into that myself.
Look at Korean stocks. I'm like, God, 17% dividends at like 5p. Is
Samsung Korean?
Yeah, Samsung's Korean. I've been to their
Really?
I lived in Korea for 2 years, man.
Oh, nice.
God, I love that place.
Yeah.
God, their factories are beautiful. You go in there, you can buy a printed circuit board, like a video card at the factory, not at the store.
Oh, cool. Oh my God. Nice.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds like. This is why it's very hard for me to like talk about politics with other people because they're very polarized on what side. They become Me, I'm always in the middle and seeing it like America is it's not very different. Like we all know that, for example, Hillary Clinton is corrupt. I don't think any one person can say that she's not corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she in our government?
I bet she's mad that they didn't do what they did for Biden for her. You know, right?
81 million votes, guys.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Talking about politics. Yeah. Talking about politics, unless I meet like a diehard, like one-sided person, I can have a 5-minute conversation with just about anybody, and I can explain how I feel about like mail-in voting and all that. And they say, you know what, that makes sense. Like they may try to argue at first, but they're only gonna say what they've heard, you know. And then after you tell them, well, what about this and what about that? You know, like certain things that are statistically impossible, then they're like, well, you know what, that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, I mean, mail-in voting, every time we have mail-in voting, why only certain states and districts have voter issues and they have to shut down, and there's a massive influx of ballots right before the closeout date, or actually they start counting votes after the election date.
There's a lawsuit going on in Arizona. I don't know if you've heard of Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
She was running for governor there. She may be the first one that actually makes a successful lawsuit about an election issue. Like I think two of her counts are moving forward in court, and she claims something like there was like 300,000 ballots that were brought in like with no chain of custody. But here's my thing, okay? So just play it out, like, because I almost think like that's great, but like, okay, so what's the remedy? You have a new election. So guess what? You have a new election. You have the same vote counters. Right? So what's really going to change? They're just going to do it again. And they're getting better at it too. And man, I can't even believe I'm getting into all this on the finance channel, but this is probably why my channel's not growing, but I don't care. I just speak my mind. But you look at it, they're getting better at it every time. Like this last time, they made it look a lot more legit. Like even in like your state, you're in Nevada, right? There was a Senate race there, and I don't know how that guy, what's his name, Laxalt, I don't know how he lost, but days later, you know, they found enough votes to get the Democrat over the top.
The one I was paying attention to more is the Dr. Oz and Dr.
Fetterman.
Fetterman, yeah.
Fetterman, yeah.
I watched his interviews of Fetterman. Just Fetterman. I watched his interviews and his talks to reporters, and I'm like, there's no God. There's no
Couldn't
way.
even talk. Yeah.
He is worse than Biden. Like Biden and him running together, I would pick Biden. Like, oh my God.
I'm not surprised though. I mean, there have been dead people that have won as Democrats. Like in 2000, there was a Senate race in 2000. A dead guy won. Which makes sense, right? Dead people vote. So why wouldn't dead candidates win? Oops.
If you watch the documentary, 1,000 Horses? No, 1,000 Mules.
Oh God! Oh, 2,000 Mules. Yes.
Yeah, 2,000 Mules. Thank you. Yeah.
With Dinesh D'Souza. Yeah.
It blows my mind that. Oh my God! How do we?
Honestly, like, I love it that I'm getting into this on this channel, but like, yeah, I've seen that. Obviously, I've seen that like 3 times, but it seems so clear cut. What he presents there, it's like, how is this not? It's clear cut.
Yeah,
I can't even believe the states that they got were stupid enough. They actually had surveillance cameras.
Yeah,
they caught it, and they did the geolocation and all of that. I figured what they were going to do, they do something stupid, like they would countersue, and they would say, "Oh, it's a violation of civil rights or something that you geolocated our phones."
But that data is already available for anyone to purchase.
But right, yeah. But what makes the general public, I think, what infuriates the public is like, so that movie came out, we knew that, and then this last time it all happened again.
How to say it? You have to have your people so dumbed down that even if corruption happens on the face that everyone knows, they don't do anything about it. Like,
yeah,
it just blows my mind. Like, so a good example of like what happened in Canada, how the whole truckers rally.
Yeah,
are not going to have that here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
We will have a truckers rally, but not to a point where how they did it and where the government directly attacks them.
Yeah.
We had the January 6th thing, but after
look what they've done to them. It doesn't get any coverage in the media, but
it's such a scam.
Yeah.
All of it's a scam.
They won't let that go. Just remember, like, so you know history really well. So in the history of the United States, like, so there's like, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, at the very top of the list, January 6th.
Yeah.
Like, here's Pearl Harbor, here's 9/11, like, Civil War, World War II, World War One.
Actually, this
January 6th, like, you got to look up to see
January 6th had so many government agents acting as actors within the, but it's just
we're gonna.
I just tell people like this: when you look at if you just look at American history, just name one massive event that the government didn't have influence over. Like, it just maybe that's an ending point before I say something bad. Because if I talk about 9/11,
too late. We already have, like.
No. I mean, I think
it's okay. Don't go any further.
I think the 9/11 part will probably get this blacklisted, especially.
Oh yeah, it'll be, the channels will be gone.
Yeah. I just tell people, if you guys have time, just look at the 9/11 buildings. It sucks what happened, but just look at the insurance.
Think for yourselves. Think for yourselves. Yeah.
Massive $1 trillion insurance policy taken out for the exact
days before. Yeah. Wow.
Can't make this shit up.
I think the good thing, not that many people watch this, so like I don't know how many subscribers I'm gonna lose over this, but not that many people watch it. Like if we were getting thousands of views, yeah, we'd probably be banned.
1 second. Actually, let me see what my subscriber base is. Island, after these 2 videos come out, which I'm already late. It's okay.
Yeah.
I got a barbecue anyways.
Yeah, I gotta get going. We've gone for like almost 2.5 hours. I gotta get going soon.
What I do like about these live streams, you can speak freely and stuff. And
for sure. I just had to say that though, like they make January 6th. It's like all these events in the history of the country, and then January 6th, and then like one person gets shot and killed, and that doesn't get talked about. There's 2 officers die days later, but it's the most major cataclysmic event in the history of our country.
Oh my God. I wish that's actually something I would have to do just on Rumble. Just talk about 9/11.
Probably could. Yeah, just don't do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
I wonder, like, if 9/11 had happened 20 years after, with the internet and stuff, like, there would have been so many more eyes on it.
Oh my God! It was in the live stream, and I'll talk about it after the live stream.
Yeah, you want to end it now?
Yeah. Oh my God!
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We got about as controversial as we could. Had a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Stay subscribed and subscribe.